What did someone say to you that you will never forget?
When I was 12, I was working at my Sunday school and I was working with 4-year-olds. I was helping out. I was like the teacher assistant. And there was a day that a little girl came up to me and she looked me straight in the eyes and she said, "What color is God?" And I was like, "I don't know," because I was 12. I had no idea what to say. It freaked me out a little. And I said, "I don't know, maybe purple?" And she went, "Okay, what's for snack?" And I was like, "Oh, we have apple juice today," because I was like prepping the snack while she asked me. And it's just something that's always stuck with me. I ended up babysitting a lot more, and I worked at that Sunday school as like an assistant teacher until I was 18. You know, I worked at summer camps and daycares, and I'm a preschool teacher, and I want to work as a teacher for the rest of my life. And it's just one of the things that really made me think about how interesting kids are.
Yeah, because it's like when you're that young, like, why are you thinking so deep? But at the same time, was she any particular race, ethnicity?
She was white.
She was white? Yeah. Okay. And why was the question so, like, jarring to you?
I just didn't know what to say. It's not something that I had ever thought of before because I was only 12. I don't think she meant it as a race. I think she was genuinely asking, like, what color? That's why I said purple, because I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I never thought of God as, like, a person.
You never, like, put it into actual, like, physical representation?
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Do you ever still ponder that question yourself? Or is that something that's not really relevant in your life today?
I'm not a super religious person. What really stuck with me about that experience is the intrigue that it gave me about the way that kids' brains works, because there's really no limits in the way that they think. As you grow older, when you get into middle school, high school, you know, when you become an adult, there's always hesitation before asking questions. You don't want to sound dumb. You don't want to embarrass yourself. But kids don't have that hesitation. They don't have that filter. And I just love that. I love seeing that.
Yeah, that is true, because it's like when you're a kid, you just have that fearlessness, mainly just because you don't know any better. Mm-hmm. But then, like, as you grow older and people tell you what's right, what's wrong, what's good, what's bad, you start second-guessing yourself. And then regardless of how people perceive it, you're not truly being yourself anymore. You're kind of just being what people tell you what's digestible to be.
If you ain't with Zay for life,
what a f***ing time.